Resulted in a number of schools being delayed this morning, and they're scrolling at the bottom of your screen. They're also available on our website, hometownstations.com, or in our mobile app. But the temperatures are not too bad, 40 to 50 degrees. The other issue, though, is we do have a few scattered thunderstorms out there, which we'll show you in just a moment. But first, let's talk about that fog, which does show that we are down to 1/3 of a mile to zero, especially in areas south and east of Lima this morning, although there's pretty dense fog everywhere across the area. And temperatures not too bad, certainly on the mild side between 40 and 50. But satellite and radar does show that there are some scattered thunderstorms, especially in the northwestern part of our area, as there is one in particular that we're keeping a pretty close eye on off to the north and west of our area that is just here moving towards Defiance County. That contains quite a bit of hail, so we're keeping a close eye on that, and we will keep you updated as that could scrape our area. Good morning once again, everyone, on this Wednesday. Temperatures right now, seasonable, we'll say, seasonably mild. 39 here in Lima. Elsewhere, 37 in Paulding and Defiance. Those are your cool spots. The warmer spots down in the South, Minster and Sydney, also in the lower 40s. Now, everyone is going to see these temperatures come up dramatically, some 30 degrees by the end of the day today, but unfortunately, it is not going to be a pleasant day at all. Now, satellite and radar show showers and thunderstorms moving through the area. One particularly strong one just south of Van Wert with a lot of lightning, and that's making its way likely just grazing Lima on the northwestern side. But overall, it's definitely going to be a rough morning, as off to the west we do have more showers and thunderstorms that are going to move through the area. This is not, however, the severe weather threat. That is way back here, currently across parts of Missouri and through eastern Iowa. And this will be making its way into our area just around sunset time tonight. So we'll show you this on our Skycast. Through the morning, nothing to really worry about, just a few showers and thunderstorms out there. And then through the afternoon, look at these numbers. The temperature is very mild, but thanks to a very, very strong southerly wind, upwards gusting to 40 miles an hour this afternoon potentially. But what we are going to see, temperatures that are very mild, and then around sunset, a cold front approaches from the west. Now, we'll also see a few things that will determine how severe the weather gets tonight. One of them is if we get an individual cell that pops out in front of the cold front, because if that were to happen, the environment is in a situation where that storm would very likely rotate and would have the chance of producing a strong tornado. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that. But what we will also guarantee in terms of severe weather is that around 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock tonight, we'll have a very intense squall line moving through the area. And that also could produce some tornadoes, along with a very high likelihood of damaging winds, maybe 70 or 75 miles an hour, as well as some hail, possibly as much as, ooh, you hate to say this, but golf ball sized hail, not out of the realm of possibility during the day today. Now, as this does move out, temperatures tonight really not going to drop very far at all. We'll only be down to right around the 60-degree mark. But overall, certainly tomorrow is going to be a whole heck of a lot quieter than today, with temperatures just around the lower to middle 60s. But what should you do if you are under a tornado warning later tonight? Well, go to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, look for an interior windowless room, cover your head in some way, a pillow, a helmet, a mattress, something along those lines, and have emergency supplies ready to go in the shelter for after the storm does pass. It's going to be a rough day, but we will all certainly get through it. And then the extended forecast shows that we're going to see a pretty wet weekend, unfortunately, with temperatures not that warm, and then certainly not warm at all early next week, with highs in the 30s on Tuesday and lows for a bunch of next week in the middle 20s. So a return to more of a wintry feel to begin next week. The temperatures today, this morning at least, certainly can be beat because it is pretty cold out there. 16 degrees is the number here in Lima, and elsewhere numbers range from basically 15 to 20, depending on exactly where you are, although it's a little colder in Napoleon and in Bellefontaine, where you see numbers at 13. Now, satellite and radar shows barely anything whatsoever. We are mostly to completely clear out there, and we do expect to be mostly sunny through the day today. We are going to see temperatures increase very nicely this afternoon, up in into the 40s, so a very pleasant day to begin your Valentine's Day weekend. And we are also going to see continued warming over the next several days, and we will have all the details that you need to know about it in the next few minutes. Well, good Wednesday morning again, everyone. Temperatures again off to a very mild start across the And good morning again, everyone, on this Wednesday. And we begin today with a little bit of fog out there. It's better than it was when we last checked in about 15 minutes ago, but it is still only a 1 mile visibility in Ottawa and Findlay. It's about a mile here in Lima, but the worst of the fog is now off to the east. So especially if you're driving towards Kenton, towards Upper Sandusky, that's where we're looking at the most significant fog right now. And as we do go through the morning, this will continue to improve. And by the afternoon, you'll forget all about it. It's going to be a delightful day overall. Temperatures right now are pretty much right where they should be. They're a tad above normal. It's 67 here in Lima, and elsewhere numbers range from 64 to 67 depending on exactly where you are. And through the rest of the day we are going to see these numbers certainly improve to the middle 80s. We're on our way again to roughly 84 to 87 degrees. A lot of us are going to be right in that 85 or 86 degree area. Satellite and radar shows partly cloudy skies out there. Sunnier the further north you go, cloudier the further to the south you wind up today. And as we zoom on out, if we look to the east, we don't see anything at all. And off to the west, there is an area of rain across central Wisconsin and southern Minnesota. That's not going to bother us. We're just going to be partly cloudy thanks to this little weak disturbance to the southern part of Indiana. That'll be moving past us, but it'll be just close enough where we do get something in the way of clouds, but no rain, which is always a pretty good news. Now, Skycast shows that by 11 o'clock this morning, temperatures will be settling into the lower 80s by that point, and we're going to end up in the mid-80s today. Skycast has been really aggressive with temperatures recently. It's not going to be anywhere near this warm today. That's a flaw with that system right now. So we're looking at 84 to 87 again for a high this afternoon. Then as we go through the overnight hours tonight, temperatures fall through the 70s and into the upper 60s, looking at lows tonight, 66 to 70. So certainly a pretty mild night. And then tomorrow starts off okay, but we do have warmer temperatures tomorrow and then that risk of a few pop-up showers and storms. Some of those could be on the stronger side, so we'll be keeping an eye on it, with the primary threat being wind. Now, as we look at the extended forecast, we do see that the showers and storm risk does continue Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but then we do turn sunny again by Sunday, and then we bring back another heat wave next week as temperatures could easily reach the 90s, and if anything, that forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday might need to be increased over the next few days. We'll be keeping a close eye on it.